So what do you mean by software development life cycle? It is a process to eradicate the specifications. Eradicate the specifications. And to deliver with a high quality structure.
Quality product.
Structure. So each and every company will follow the same structure, but with the different models. Waterfall model, we call V model, we call spiral model, we can call it as agile model. There are different methods are there, but the procedure is the same for each and every company. So the software development life cycle is nothing is classified into 6 phases. This SDLC is classified into 6 phases. One is called information gathering. Analysis, design, coding, testing, implementation. So these are all the phases which comes under software development lifecycle. So in the first part is called as information gathering. So what is the part is this? So actually it is involvement of
Project managers.
Yes, involvement of business understanding. Business analyst. So what is the role of business analyst? He is going to gather the requirement from the client or customer. Okay. So gathering the
Yeah. They will take the requirements. Right?
Client or customer. So these requirements are known as we called as URS or URS, or we can also call as CRS model. Business requirement specifications, user requirement specifications, as well as customer requirement specifications.
Customer requirements.
Business requirement specifications. One is URS, called as user requirement specifications.
Customer requirement specifications.
URS, customer requirement. So customer requirement specifications. Now, using this requirements, for example, consider as your requirement is online shopping system. Online shopping system, for example. So once you get the requirement, based on that, in the analysis, involvement of senior analyst category people. What are they going to do? Based on BRS, and SRS. SRS is the functional
requirement specifications. Software requirement specification.
So functional requirement specification as well as system requirement specifications. The functional requirement specification.
So is this a
system requirement specifications?
Is this SRS means software requirement specification or system requirement specification?
Both are the same. Both are the same.
Okay. So we can use either system or software. Anything we can use.
Requirement specification. We are going to describe what software we are going to use and what hardware resources they are going to use. Both will come under part. Okay, madam,
Okay.
I'll tell you that. Okay, so describing the structure of the functionality. Describing the functionality. Example: if you consider as online shopping system, for that, what are the requirements we required it? Like module 1, like login window. Module 2, something like customer details. Okay, next module 3, like product details. Module 4, payment details. Payment details. Module 5, like delivery process. Module 6, like feedback process. Module 7. So we are going to describe the structure of the functionality is called as, this is called FRS. Okay, madam, this is called FRS.
Okay. Okay.
Now,
SRS.
describes about the you have told me SRS, no? So describes the software and hardware used to test the function. Used to test the functionality.
Function.
Nothing but, for example, in your, like which software you are going to use, like Java with like JDBC. Next, hardware. So what is your Windows 7 with the RAM so and so, with hard disk so and so, with the memory capacity, all this will comes under system requirement specifications. Okay, describing the system requirements. Functional requirement,
Okay.
describing the structure of the functionality, and SRS describes about the software and hardware used to test the functionality. We always be called as SRS. Once you describe the FRS and SRS, based on that, we'll go for design. So, who is going to involve in the design?
Designers will design the software, right?
Senior designing category.
Yeah, designers.
Prepares what they're going to prepare. Prepares HLDs and LLDs. Okay, that is
Yeah.
HLDs is nothing.
High level documentation. High level documentation.
Low level designs. High level designs and low level designs. High level
Low
design,
level designs.
but describe the overall structure of the functionality, from root level to leaf level. That is from login window to logout. We are going to describe each and every element comes under. That is internal structure. That is describes the
Internal structure.
internal structure. Internal structure. Internal structure. Okay. Now, LLDs. Low level design explains the logical structure for the internal design. for the internal design. Logical structure in the sense, for example, we'll go with the login window. Login window. What are the elements we required? It username, password, OK button, cancel button, and sign up, sign in. These are the things we require. So for that we are going to prepare. First we'll write the logical structure for username. So if username is equal to 4, please enter password. If username is greater than 4, please recheck the username. If username is less than 4, please recheck the username. Please recheck the username. Similarly, if password is equal to 4, click on sign in button. Click on sign in button. Next, if password equal to greater than 4, if password is greater than 4, so please recheck the password. Okay, madam. If password is less than 4, please recheck the password. They well in just internal low level design, nothing but they will design that with the logical. Based on that, the developers are going to write the coding part. Okay. So these are the designing structure. Now, for example, you want to register Yahoo page, madam. So whenever you're registering Yahoo page, it will ask you, please enter 16 characters, right? For example, you entered only 14 characters, automatically make a issue. It should accept 16 characters, not less than 14, not less than 16 characters, or not greater than 16 characters. It should be equal to 16 characters, right?
Okay. Okay.
Similarly, they write the sign up. When you click on the sign up, username, first name, last name, email ID, contact number, all the fields we are going to fill up in this part. Same thing, they are going to write the logical structure for that. Logical structure for this is called internal design. Once they design the font, then we go for coding part. We'll go for coding. So, involvement of developers or technical testing. Based on low-level designs, developers construct an application by binding of multiple programs and modules makes as a single system known as integration testing. Known as integration testing, or you can also call it as a or .exe or .exe or build or setup. Okay, na? Build or setup. Well, just they will write some programs now. They'll combine all the programs. They'll make some modules. They'll combine all the programs and modules. Makes as a single system called exe or build or setup. Build or setup. Example. We'll get example. Application is something like we already mentioned online shopping system. Okay, na? So here in this application, we may have multiple modules. Module 1. I told you, na, login 1. So what is a login 1? These are all the different modules. Okay, na? These are all the different modules in this application. Now, each module will have single programs. Username go program, password go program, sign up go program. Okay, sign up. Next, forgotten password. Next, links So if you combine all these programs, that makes us one module called login. Login. Okay, madam? So multiple programs is called
Okay.
module. Multiple programs is called module. Similarly, customer details, customer ID, customer name, email ID, contact number, address, all these fields will combine with the customer details one module. Hello. When you combine all the programs and modules, makes as a system called as online shopping system. ఒక application build చేస్తారన్నమాట. So okay, so
Okay.
binding of, we can say it as binding of multiple programs and modules is equal to build or setup or .exe or .exe. Okay. Once the build is being developed, this build is released to the testing team. Okay, madam? Released to testing team.
Mhm.
So involvement of testers or test engineers. So what they are going to prepare? In just madam, what they are going to do?
After developing the software, before delivering the product, the testers will test the software, right?
Um, So what they're going to prepare? Based on the build, testers conduct functionality as well as system testing. Functionality as well as system testing. Functionality is nothing but to check the expected values to actual values. To actual values. Or to validate the application during runtime process is known as functionality. దాన్ని ఏమంటాం? Functionality అంటాం. Called as a functionality. For example, you consider Gmail page. So when you click on the Gmail, it should accept how many characters the username is accepting, how many characters the password is accepting. If the username is null, what will happen? If the password is null, what will happen? So those things will come under functionality. So to check the expected values to actual value or to validate the application during the runtime process is known as functionality. So this process can be tested either by manual or automation. Manually by generating will called as test cases, and automation tools by enhancing will called as test steps. So where do you write your test cases, madam?
In Excel sheet.
Test management tool, or I told you bug tracking tool. In the last session I told you, right? Excel sheet or
Yeah.
test management tool or bug.
Test management tool and bug tracking.
Test management tool, what are those we are having? Test director, test lodge, quality center, all these will come under bug tracking tools.
Test management.
Bug tracking tools like Bugzilla, Zira, Mantis, all these will come under bug tracking tools. So I can choose Excel or test management tool, or by using bug tracking tool you can prefer it. Okay. Now?
Okay.
Now if you're using an automation tool, so what are the functional tools we are having, like QTP, UFT, SOAP UI, RFT, next Selenium. All these are the functional testing tools. In using SOAP-UI, you can go for functional, security, performance is also possible for using SOAP-UI. There will call the SOAP and REST. So two elements are there. Okay. Selenium is a functional testing tool. QTP is a functional. Quick Test Professional. UFT, Unified Functional Testing tool. RFT, Rational Functional Testing tool. So these are all the functional testing tools. So in that, yes, functional testing tools. Okay, madam. Functional testing.
Okay.
So you can do that functionality. You can test the functionality by using manually or automation. So manually, if you go for automation, like if you go for manual, you used to write on Excel sheet or test management tool or by using bug tracking tool. So if you're using an automation tool, you can enhance the scripts using QTP, UFT, SOAP-UI, RFT, Selenium. Okay? These are all the different functional
Okay.
testing tools. So this comes under testing. System testing.
But mostly we are using Jira tool, right? For manual testing.
See, ma'am, if you are using Agile methodology, if you
Sorry,
if you are using Agile methodology, then we can go for Jira, ma'am.
I'm not getting your voice.
If you are using Agile methodology, then we can go for Jira, madam. Agile.
Okay. Okay.
మన సాఫ్ట్వేర్ డెవలప్మెంట్ లైఫ్ సైకిల్ ప్రొసీజర్స్ లో వాటర్ఫాల్ మోడల్, వి మోడల్, స్పైరల్ మోడల్, ఎజైల్ మోడల్, ఇంక్రిమెంటింగ్ మోడల్, రెవల్యూషనరీ మోడల్, ఇటరేటివ్ మోడల్, రిపిటేటివ్ మోడల్, డిఫరెంట్ కైండ్స్ ఉన్నాయన్నమాట యాక్చువల్గా. డిపెండ్స్ అపాన్
Okay.
ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ మన ఎజైల్ మెథడాలజీ యూస్ చేస్తున్నాం అనుకోండి, స్క్రమ్ అవన్నీ యూస్ చేస్తున్నప్పుడు వాళ్ళు ఏం చేస్తారు, దే యూస్ టు వర్క్ విత్ జీరా యూస్ చేస్తారు, రిపోర్టింగ్ టూల్.
Okay.
ఓకే,
Okay.
అది లేదు మనం టెస్ట్ మేనేజ్మెంట్ టూల్ బగ్స్ లా కానీ, టెస్ట్ మేనేజ్మెంట్ టూల్స్ వచ్చి టెస్ట్ డైరెక్టర్ కానీ, క్వాలిటీ సెంటర్ కానీ, టెస్ట్ లాడ్జ్ కానీ, దోస్ వి యూస్ టు వర్క్ విత్ టెస్ట్. దీస్ ఆర్ ఆల్ టెస్ట్ మేనేజ్మెంట్ టూల్స్.
Okay. Okay.
This is overall functionality. Now we'll go for system test. System. So functionality, based on the testers are going to check the functionality as well as system test. This is overall functionality. Now we'll go for system test. The software and hardware used to test the functionality is known as as we already
System.
described here. Have you already described it? Have you seen that? See, we already discussed these things. We already mentioned everything. So Windows 7 with RAM, so and so with capacity, drive capacity, memory capacity. So everything, whatever I mentioned in this SRS document, based on that, we'll go for. Yes, sir. Whatever you mentioned, based on that, we are going to test your application in Windows 7. So how much RAM you require it, everything, the software and hardware used to require the functionality will always be called as a system requirements. So those two will comes under testing part. Okay, comes under testing part. Now example we take functionality. So, login window. Username should accept 12 characters. Password should accept something like 5 characters. Next, username should not be null. Password should not accept any special symbols. Okay, any Special
Mm.
should not accept any special symbols. That will comes in the functionality. Okay, now. So where they want to test,
Okay.
where they want to test it out, they are given the mention as in Windows 7 they need to test with RAM so and so, the hard disk, whatever the specification which you have mentioned. Based on that, you're going to test your functionality. So this is called testing. Once they go for the testing, they go for the last one is called as implementation. You know, implementation. Involvement of team lead or testing. Team lead or test lead. Based on application functionality conducts reviews. What kind of reviews they are going to conduct? Walkthroughs,
Review, walkthrough, and inspection.
yes, inspections and peace and peace. Now, final releasing process. It gets feedback process from client or customer. From client or
Customer.
is known as user.
Acceptance test.
Here we are going to learn alpha testing, as well as beta testing. Okay, madam? Alpha testing as well as beta
Okay.
testing. Okay. So this entire structure we call as a software development lifecycle. Okay.
Okay.
Here one this one son. internal design. Okay, madam? This is the overall internal. Now, based on that, for every internal design, they're going to design the logical structure. Okay, just forward.
Okay.
I need to copy this part here, not here. Here. The high level design section. Okay. So this is the high level designs.
Okay.
So based on that, they're going to write the logical structure for each and every internal design part. Any doubts, madam? Hmm? Any doubts?
Yeah. Clear. Actually, you that
Hmm. Sorry? Hello? Hello, madam? Hello?